I really don't have a lot of time to shoot this today, and I didn't have any time to Google these things and figure out what the castings were called, but there's so much cool stuff in this case. I wanted to do a little bit of a video. These are all cars that I bought brand new when I was in the heyday of collecting back in the late 98, 99, a couple years after that, and there's so many little hot rods in here. So let's get started. Right here, this is called, alright, Deuce Roadster, and this one, it's just a plain, there's no paint on it at all. That is fantastic. Look at the little, what do you call that, louvers? Man, what a great car that one is. This one here, Midnight Auto, I don't know what that is, but chop top, side pipes. This is, I mean, Hot Wheels just, they hit it out of the park with that casting. This thing, I don't really like the plastic base that much. 32 Ford. Obviously, everybody knows what a 32 Ford is. HotWheels.com graphics. Kind of cool. This one right here, this is a casting from 1988. I bet there's a lot of really good versions of this, but look, like that Ford decal on the side. You know, I was always a Chevy guy, but Ford, and the casting of this, it's so solid. It's got metal top and bottom, really sleek lines. That is fantastic. Another one of these 32 Fords. I think this is the same casting right here and here. This one, Chuck E. Cheese's. I guess that's a car that you'd win at Chuck E. Cheese's. See, it's got little Chuck E. Cheese, the pizza-eating mouse on the top. Here's another one of these Midnight Auto. I'm guessing this has got the real rubber tires on it, the Real Riders. So this is probably like a limited edition. You know, one of those cars you get from some club or something. It's $14.95. I had a bunch of these. That's a really good version of that casting. This thing, the Neat Streeter, that's an old casting. This came out originally in 1975. This version of it is probably from the 80s based on the wheels. Mustard yellow with these cool graphics on the side. Can't go wrong there. This thing. Whoa, what is this called? The Track T. I guess it's like a version of a tea bucket that's designed to go on the track. Kind of a rat rod concept. Imagine driving this. That's got to be super, super fun. Another Track T. This one... you know, this has kind of like a tan, I guess you'd call it leather if it was in the real world, cover. That is such a cool car too. More of these Midnight Autos. Now let's look at this one first. This is something that I always liked. Wheel variations. Don't remember what the different kinds of wheels are called, but this is same car, same graphics, different wheels. Why do they have different wheels on them? My guess is they just ran out of a certain kind of wheels at the factory. But here's another one. Hot Wheels anniversary of something or other. And this is another casting that, it's the same Midnight Auto, but it's got the Real Rider tires on it. They did a great job on that. This thing, I forget what this is. I think this is probably like a multi-pack car or just a basic carded car. Not really my favorite graphics or anything. Kind of goofy. This is the same as this right here. And then here's the same casting again. And let's look at this one a little bit more carefully. This is a Toys R Us Hot Wheels car. I don't know if this is like an exclusive. I'm going to say there's probably a 5-pack of cars, and this was one of the cars in it that made you want to buy that particular 5-pack. There's Jeffrey the Giraffe. Toys R Us was a great store. I haven't been there in years because I think toys now are really, really crappy. Alright, here's the 32 Ford. The Milestones edition. Don't even remember that. I would have known this stuff backwards and forwards back then. Don't remember what Milestones is. Real Rider tires. Good job there. Toy Shop version. I think again. Another 32 Ford. This must have been a limited edition for, what, Toy Shop magazine? Is that, am I getting this right here? I mean, you guys can clue me in the comments if you want. Real Rider tires, great graphics, red. These are such fun cars. Another 32 Ford here. What is this? I don't remember. This is probably from like HotWheelCollectors.com, some kind of limited or exclusive. Real Rider tires. I don't know if the camera's going to focus on this, but it's got these little Goodyear logos on the tires. This one, I don't know. Someone's asleep at the wheel on this one. I think this is just the basic casting, you know, the basic graphics. These ugly wheels, ugh. Tri-spoke saw blade wheels. All right, so that's a fail, but we'll let that one slide. This one, 32 Ford Vicky, 1968. So this casting's been around forever. And this has red lines. These are not like real, this isn't a real red line, but apparently it was a red line casting, and now they have kind of resurrected it for the Red Lines series. This probably came in a box set or something. Really cool car. Sort of a little tribute to the Red Line era. And, you know, they roll just as fast as the Red Lines did. Maybe a little slower. Another 32 Ford. What is this one? I don't know, sort of a green and white kind of tribal checkerboard. It's something. Whatever. Here's another one of these. What is this called? The track tee. I like this one. Red, yellow, what are those called? Scallops on the side. I think that's what that's called. A black, obviously that's plastic, but in the real world it'd be leather. Big white wall tires instead of red lines. That is sick. Another track tee. See, Hot Wheels is not afraid to reuse their castings because they know adult collectors want to collect every variation, and you know, if you put the money into the tooling and making the castings, you might as well get your money's worth out of it. Here is another 32 Ford Vicky. This one has Ford Vicky graphics on the side. It's got a white top, kind of gold BBS style wheels. That's a little bit too highfalutin for me with all the gold and white, but somebody likes it. Another 32 Ford. Don't remember where this one came from. It's got Real Rider red lines on it, a white top, the checkerboard graphic that we saw. Where did we saw it? See? I'm going to guess that they just used the same... No, it's two whole different... well, two different sizes of checkerboard. So they put a lot of detail into these. A lot of flames on the side, champagne color. That is a cool car. I mean, if you showed up at a car show in the real version of any one of these, here's another one. What is this called? The Ford Roadster. See, this is another version of this. Now, which one do we like better? The one without any paint on it at all, or the one with purple paint and flames? I like the one without any paint. Most people are going to feel differently. Let's see what's on the other side of this box. See, there's 48 cars in these boxes. You used to be able to get these cases at Walmart for like $5-6. You can order them online, or you could. They're great. They don't provide a lot of protection, but alright, here we go. This thing. This is called the 41 Willies, or Willis. I think it's pronounced Willis. What are you talking about, Willis? That is a sick car, just a sick race car. You know, imagine this thing lined up at the starting line of a race. Huge engine, this wing in the back, just popping a wheelie all the way down the track. That is really nice. And then this is going to be custom 69 Chevy. All right, a custom 69 Chevy. You can't go wrong there. I'm not in love with these sort of custom tube grills. I like things that are a little bit more stock, but you know, it's a fantasy car. It's a toy. They had a lot of leeway with these. That's a cool casting. This thing. This is sick. It's called the Super Tuned. And I think this is based around a Dodge Ram pickup, but imagine this thing, this giant wing. What does that say? Fat racing. Pretty hot and tempting. Fat racing. Imagine this thing going down the track. That is sick. Right here, this one, this is kind of a weird casting. This is called the 1988 Chevy, something like that. This is kind of a weird casting in that the base is metal, but the body is plastic. And for some reason, like normally I like the ones that are all metal, but for some reason this one pulls it off. They use plastic judiciously. It comes off as, when they have a plastic base and a metal body, they're almost like cheap and cheesy, but this one has a certain level of quality. And here we have this car. This thing is I forget what it was called, the 40 Ford pickup truck. Wow, that is a sick drag truck. It's got these deep wheels on it. I don't know if this is a stock casting or a limited. What does that say? Flames all over it. That's gonna really, really be crazy at the racetrack. And here we have another one of these super tuned, I think it's a Dodge pickup with the fat graphics on it. So they use the same graphics, just a different color, same wheels. I like the blue one better. I bet most kids like the yellow one. It's more shiny. This thing, oh, what switchback. This is kind of a copy of the Diora. I think that's what it was called back in the Redline era. The car with the surfboards in back. Wave Hog, Surf Club. It's cool. It's kind of, I don't know, whatever. Never one of my favorite castings, but when you're into Hot Wheels collecting, you buy them all. Now this one, the Hot Rod Handyman, didn't like this. This is a 1991 casting of a 1950 Chevy. Cool truck, but I think the graphics on this suck. The wheels, these tri-spoke wheels, there are definitely much better versions of that casting. For example, this one right here, same casting. Now, I don't know, the whole tribal thing, that's kind of like a frat boy's tattoo in 1992 or something, but the wheels, they did much better wheels on this one. The graphics are a little bit goofy, but you get a little bit of acetone or something and a Q-tip, you can get rid of those graphics without hurting the paint. Just be careful, if you breathe that stuff in, you will get sick or die, but you can customize these things and then you have a nice little silver truck. This thing, Rat Rod, primered, what is that called? La Troca. See, this is supposed to be like the Los Angeles lowrider movement, just a primered truck. It's got a Mexican, a Spanish name. That is a cool truck. I'm not sure if I like the wire wheels on it, but I guess if you really went to Compton and you saw this truck, it probably would have Dayton's on it. So here we got another Toys R Us Jeffrey car. I'm not going to flip the whole box over to show you the other one. The other one was green. That's cool. It's like got a little too much of everything, too many different colors and too many goofy graphics, but it was a limited, limited to however many they could sell, probably 1 million of them. Same casting, they did a goofy job on this. Get Real Hot Wheels. It's got skulls on the side and tribal flames on the top and a Hot Wheels logo and silver running boards and fenders and these tri-spoke wheels. Not really. Not really. Here is another one of these. See, I forgot the name of the casting already. 40 Ford Pizza on Wheels. Imagine if you called Domino's and they showed up to deliver in this truck. Where does the pizza go? In the cab? Okay. I'd pay an extra $2 delivery charge if they were delivering it in this. Here is the switchback again. I like this color a little bit better than the other one. Here, let's pull this one out. See, this one's got a lot of stupid graphics on it and white surfboards. This one, orange and black, real slick. Orange surfboards. I like that one a lot better. Now, what on earth is this? Early Times Midwinter Rod Run. Okay, Early Times, I think, is a car club that would do a limited edition Hot Wheels car for their shows. I mean, you could correct me on that, but I had a bunch of these. Real Rider tires, they did a real good job on this. Great, very, kind of primitive, prime colors in the graphics. Now this one, I remember what this is, McKee Baking. Well, who is McKee Baking? They make Little Debbie snacks. So you'd send in a coupon on the back of a Little Debbie snack cake box, and you'd get 3 Little Debbie cars for like, I don't know, $5.99. They were cool. What is this one? Hot Delivery. I like the wheels. I like the flames on the side. I like the all black. 1989. I don't like the way it says Hot Delivery, but again, that's nothing you can't fix with a Q-tip and a little nail polish remover. Here we've got another neat streeter. That one's kind of, I don't know. Whoever did those graphics was phoning it in that day. That just kind of looks lazy, but you know, that's one of those cars you see at the car show and you say that car needs an update. But you don't tell the guy who owns it because you know he loves it. This one, another one of these, I forgot the name already. The Deuce Roadster. Wow, what a sick car. Don't like the goofy skull graphics, but you know, we'll give him a pass on that. It's got these pinstripes, it's purple, red interior. That would be a fun car to drive in the real world. Another Deuce Roadster. Wow. What the hell? What does that say? Trigger Happy Nathan. I don't know who Nathan is. I don't know what Trigger Happy Nathan means. This car has kind of like a military looking paint job on it. Maybe it's some kind of military tie-in. Fair enough. This is like the epitome of the 80s or maybe the early 90s. White with these goofy kind of like scallop graphics and bright pastel colors. This would be like the heyday of the Pro Street movement, as kind of goofy as that got. I still like it a lot. I don't know, I have to confess, I really like that one. Now what's next? This is the, I think it's the same casting. It's got some kind of Tommy gun criminal dude on the top. The good, the bad, the speedy. I don't know. Must have been a Friday at the Hot Wheels graphic design department. Walgreens. I don't know where I got this. I'm assuming it was like a 5-pack that you get at Walgreens or some kind of giveaway or something. Same car, same sort of phoning it in. Let's throw some tribal pinstripes on the top and Walgreens logo on the side and a Hot Wheels logo on the window. I mean, this thing looks like one big Band-Aid. Not my favorite. Last but not least, now this thing is really, really cool. The 32 Ford Vicky. I'm not really sure I like this sort of half-toned flames. That's kind of goofy, kind of a little too modern. And the flames on the top aren't great, but this is such a great casting. It's compact. It's all metal. It's got the radiator in the front. It's got this big engine. This car has just a sort of real tactile feel to it. You know, and obviously you can drive it back and forth. So that's the end of this box. 48 great cars in a storage case. And these are going to go to their new owner today. And thanks for watching. I hope you had as much fun as I did.